Hey everyone, welcome to Deep Mirror readings. These readings are going to address what was the old mirror, what does the inner child really want, what's the current inner challenge in order to shift, what's the current outer challenge to overcome that's reflecting that inner process, what's the potential outcome if you don't shift, what's the potential outcome if you do shift. What's the guidance Spirit has in your highest good to help you shift into the new mirror? And what does that new mirror look like? If you'd like to know more about what secret code names are and watch the shuffles, I did it in a separate live. It's linked in the description. This is secret code name Clematis. So let's see what we have here. Okay. Okay. So what was the old mirror? Hey Risa, how you doing? Hey Kelly. So we got the hedonist. Okay, this is the old mirror, secret code name Clematis. The shadow was pursuing pleasure to the detriment of your health, indulging at the expense of others. That's the shadow that you're coming out of, right? Overindulgence, pleasure to the detriment of your own health, whether it was detriment to your physical health, emotional health, mental health, spiritual health, right? Indulging at the expense of others. The light that you're shifting into then, right now that you're coming out of this mirror, would be inspiring creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. So you'll know right off the bat, this secret code name resonates with you, or this is your secret code name. You probably know that, right? That you've been really kind of channeling this new creative energy and embracing the good things in life, right? Celebrating the beauty in yourself and not necessarily indulging as much as you were. What does the inner child really want? Well, we got the inner child card. It's about playfulness, lightheartedness, innocence, and wonder. It's about looking through your eyes fresh. You know, it's about seeing the world from the point of view that a child would have, that everything is new and everything is amazing, and the beauty in the little things, like a flower, right? Like a clematis, the beauty of growth in just being and existing within the natural rhythms of life and being a beautiful part of that, right? Hey Kristen, how you doing? So what's the current inner challenge in order to shift? It says, you know, you're wasting your money or spending it on the wrong things. Help yourself, pay off your debts and save. So Spirit, what you really need right now, right, in order to be free, in order to play, in order to have this lightheartedness, is really knowing that you have just money to sit on. You know, not necessarily spending it because you have it, but knowing that you have it in case you do want to spend it. But really kind of intuiting what is in your highest good and what is not in your highest good, right? To be frugal. And in a spiritual sense, right, it could also be, well, spiritual frugality, meaning really intuiting what you do or don't want to spend your energetic currency on, right? What's the current outer challenge to overcome that's reflecting this inner process? We have the Seven of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands, all in the reverse. So having this be the outer challenge to reflect that inner process, this is about being clear on what it is, like the direction that you're going, having a clear intuition or emotional ping, but not necessarily knowing what it is that you're not being sovereign with the Nine of Pentacles. So energetic codependency, no matter what that energy is that you depend on for other people. And that may be what's blocking your ability to see the final outcome, because you're not sovereign. You have other people inside your energy. The Ace of Wands being in the reverse is, well, I mean, one, it could be a sexual drive that's tanking, but it could also be a lack of inspiration. So knowing that you're clear on what it is that you want to feel, knowing that whatever you're visualizing, the feelings inside that visualization is how you want to feel, but not really knowing what to do in order to get it. And a lot of that has to do with not being sovereign. Okay. What's the potential outcome if you don't shift? We have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles reversed with the Seven of Coins. I feel if you don't shift, there's no pain. It almost feels like a numb feeling, but there's no solid foundation and you don't know what to do. It feels like constant waiting, right? Trying to be patient, but to no end. Knowing that you need to open a door, but not knowing which one. So I guess the plus, either way you slice it, it's going to, you're not going to experience pain, maybe like you did in the past, but it does feel rather numb, and it could really kind of spark this potential trigger to go back into the shadow, right? In order to feel something. Slipping back into that old process in order to feel something, because the numb, right? The lack of feeling, the lack of inspiration. It's almost like you would be tempted to go find it outside of yourself versus from within, right? What's the potential outcome if you do shift? We have the Five of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Innocence of Cups. If you do shift, it is going to initially start to feel like loss or a grieving process, because you're grieving the old self, right? This old hedonistic kind of way of living. It's not what you're used to. There's a certain amount of instant gratification, adrenaline that comes with hedonism, this false sense of fulfillment. So at first, when you do shift, right, it is going to feel like you're lost and confused and don't know what to do. You might also want to pop in for a secret code name Giraffe, just because we have that on the card here. And this is about forgiving the self, right? Really, and holding compassion for the self, because at the end of the day, the hedonistic shadow was really to your detriment. Even if it was giving you some kind of instant gratification in the short term, it created long-term detriments and didn't really get you anywhere that you want to be, right? Finding forgiveness for the self and really overcoming this tempted pattern. What's the guidance? This is the guidance Spirit has in your highest good to help you shift into the new year. It's Almathea. Card number 41. And then we're going to get into what the new mirror looks like. We're actually going to use a deck and shuffle on camera for this one. So Almathea says, Almathea, the ancient goddess of nurturing, asks you to have faith in your ability to love and in the power of your heart. Perhaps you doubt your heart sometimes, wondering if it's pure enough, if your love is enough. Maybe you convince yourself that you have to do more or be more than the beautiful being that you already are. You must stop torturing yourself with these mean mind games. They are not good for you, and they are not true. When negativity threatens to put you down, let your soul speak up from the place of feminine power and quiet inner assurance as you say, I affirm myself and my love. Me and my heart are more than enough. Your heart is one of the special ones. It has the capacity to love in an unusually expansive way. Your heart is one that can care for the whole world. Within your heart is a healing warmth that can touch people, even complete strangers, and change lives for the better. You don't need to try and make this happen. It happens naturally when you're just being you. Almathea, the goddess who soothes, reassures you of your heart's power and value now, and that how you love is more than enough. She reminds you to open your heart to yourself, to love yourself too. It says, feel, pretend, or imagine that you can smile at your heart. Feel your heart smiling back at you. Feel your heart smiling to the world and the hearts of all living beings smiling back at you. Really. Visualize yourself being loved in return. That the sight of your smile would trigger up such beautiful responses from the world around you. You know, being able to recognize the power of your vibration and how it ripples by just being. You know, clematis, it comes in all colors, but it's a vine and it's one of my favorite flowers. And if you think about it, it starts from the ground and climbs its way up. Yes, it needs to hold on to things to reach those heights. And those things, that structure, is exactly this. And it's people, right? Positive people. You get this real sisterhood kind of vibe. Being really connected to that feminine energy with other people, you know, not just with yourself. Remembering that the right people will always connect to you because your vibration is in the right vibration. Knowing that you love and accept the self is going to be really big for helping you shift into the new mirror, right? So let's see, what does this new mirror look like? For secret code name Clematis and those who are drawn. What does the new mirror look like? Spirit, please, for secret code name Clematis. Coming out of the old mirror, right? What does the new mirror look like? What does the new mirror look like? Please, Spirit. I love that. First card out's the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is such a beautiful overflow from Spirit. That's when you know you have so much love coming in from Spirit that you just radiate that beautiful energy, and it ends up being exactly what it comes back to you. We also have the Four of Swords and the Sun. So this is about resting and relaxing inside your own light and allowing yourself to be the unicorn, right? Allowing yourself to really just get settled in, right? That Four of Swords is really about getting settled in to the new vibration, right? This new self-loving, nurturing, kind of at peace energy. What else, please, Spirit? We have the Ten of Wands. We have Justice clarifying. And I'm being drawn to the Seraphim, right, with this Justice card. What a cool card. The Seraphim are those closest to God, you know, holy, 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 they sing. All glory to God. And it's all about spirit, you know. When you're in that vibration that is closest to God, it's reminding you that it's not about you, it's about spirit, right? It's not about what you want or what you can achieve with the I so much as it's about, or it's the me rather, you know. It's not about me and the labels and the titles and the place and the person so much as it's the spiritual mission, right? The I that is the one. Like I don't believe in coincidences. There's a reason why the Roman number 1 looks like an I. You know what I mean? It's about the one. 6 of Pentacles on the 4 of Swords and the 2 of Wands on the Sun. And the Ace of Swords in the reverse on the 10 of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Cups. Top is the 5 of Pentacles. So we are tuning into that lack mentality because this is the current challenge, right? In order to shift. With the 5 of Pentacles on top, it is that lack mindset, right? That reflects from the inner. So if you feel like you don't have enough money, or you're always having just enough to get by with what your needs are, and you wish that there was more, it's reflecting that inner child state of, am I enough? Am I lacking? Right? It's reflecting in your outer experience financially. I think what the new mirror is really going to be showing you and teaching you is that when you rest from that mind state, everything you really do need comes to you. Spirit gives you everything that you need. You will always have enough, just like you will always be enough. And you will have more when you accept that you are, in fact, more than what you've taught yourself to believe up until this point. The Sun with the 2 of Wands is being bright inside the pause. It's being bright and shining at the crossroads. The 10 of Wands with the Ace of Swords reversed is feeling burdened about not knowing the truth or feeling disconnected from the truth. And I think the biggest thing to flip this into the upright is the revelation that the truth is in every single moment. When you are at divine pause, it is literally divine, right? It's not like you have to force progress. If you're in alignment with the beauty in the pause, you will know like lightning striking, that you're just meant to do certain things or not meant to do certain things, because Spirit will guide you to them. You don't have to try and figure out what to do. You have to just sit with yourself inside the pause and feel your next action come naturally. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, is retraining yourself not to seek outside, but to seek from within the self, and letting your actions come to be, to bloom more naturally, right? To really listen to that divine feminine energy within the self and allow yourself to move as spirit, taking the me, myself out of it and allowing yourself to be a vessel for spirit to exist through, and knowing that you are doing high actions, no matter how small that is, that you're embracing the divine and what the divine needs from you, no matter what that is. Maybe the divine just simply needs you to relax and enjoy a shower first thing during the day, you know, and just wash any old energy that you took on during sleep or from yesterday and just wash it off. You know, make yourself a healthy meal, stay in that positive vibrational energy. Maybe spirit guides you to go outside and get into stuff, you know, like maybe you go for a walk, maybe you call up a friend, maybe you're just guided because you thought of somebody to reach out. You know, it's just allowing yourself to flow with whatever feels naturally beautiful for you, and to not get upset when you don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do, just sit for a moment and just kind of deep breath and call that white light in through the crown and exhale out whatever energy is blocking you and making you feel like you're not doing enough, that you would feel anxious, that you don't know what to do, right? It is okay to relax and let things come to you. It is okay to breathe and be in a state of calm and allow inspiration to just come to you, and to trust that inspiration, not knowing what the outcome is, not knowing what the purpose is, and to definitely smile more often. Hey, Juanita, how you doing? Definitely smile more often. I think the wish fulfillment is just really getting out of that Eight of Swords trapped in the mind about receiving. Because if you feel anxious about not doing enough or being enough, you are not sovereign, right? Because if we're worried about not doing enough or being enough, it's because someone else's energy is judging what we're doing. If we did not have anybody else to judge us in our outer experience, we would literally just do whatever the fuck we wanted to do, right? We would just do whatever we wanted to do. You know, and we have the devil energy, right? Capricorn energy on the bottom with the Eight of Swords and the Empress. It's like, do I deserve to receive if I'm not doing enough? And this attachment to the mindset of you can only be loved for what you do, to please or benefit or ease other people, when really what you're doing is now, right, is defending your own inspiration. And if it creates tower moments or mirrors for other people, then let their towers happen, right? Your intuition already knows that you needed to apologize to yourself for putting all of this external value onto yourself, right? This need for external validation and what you give others defining your value, when really your value comes from what you give yourself. So, secret code name Clematis. I have faith that this helped. And if you guys enjoyed the deep mirror reads, if you like this setup, let me know in the comments, because I'll consider doing them more often. And if you were drawn to the secret code name and it has helped you, this is someone's personal reading, right, that they allow to be public via the secret code names. So if you are thoroughly appreciative of the fact that they got this read because you needed it, throw a thank you in the comments for them. You know, throw a thank you in the comments for them and let them know that it helped you out, because that's their ripple and it's beautiful. So we're going to wrap this one up. Secret code name Clematis, thank you so much. We are going to get into secret code name Obsidian next. See you again soon, guys.